Greetings, friend, and welcome. We love to talk about what AI can do, how it writes, draws, sings, predicts. But we don't talk enough about what it costs. Not the price of an app, the price we're all paying without even realizing it. Today, we're pulling back the curtain, not on AI's capabilities, but on its hidden sacrifices. The resources it consumes, the freedoms it erodes, the cultures and skills it quietly dismantles. Because every miracle of technology comes at a price, and some costs can't be refunded. This is the hidden costs of AI, what we're not talking about. Let's begin. The energy problem, powering the machine. AI isn't weightless. It's not floating in the cloud. It runs on servers, millions of them, burning through staggering amounts of electricity. Training a single large language model like GPT-4 can consume the equivalent energy of 5 cars over their entire lifetime. Manufacturing, fueling, driving, and scrapping included. And it doesn't stop after training. Every query, every image generation, every chatbot reply burns energy. Where does that power come from? Increasingly, uranium. Nuclear energy, known to be devastating when mistreated, difficult to control and contain, and deadly to life. This is one of the only ways to meet AI's growing hunger without completely collapsing climate goals. That's why uranium is strategically critical and highly contested. Countries like Kazakhstan, Canada, Australia, Namibia, and Uzbekistan dominate uranium production. But behind the scenes, resource struggles are intensifying. China has been securing long-term uranium contracts across Africa. Russia is involved in uranium operations throughout Central Asia. France, the United States, and others are pushing to control new supplies. In Niger, a recent political upheaval put global uranium contracts in limbo, destabilizing energy flows for Europe. And it's not just politics, it's people. Communities displaced, lands contaminated, and all for so-called green tech that powers systems most users will never see. AI's energy demands aren't clean. They're costly, geopolitically, environmentally, and humanly, and they're rising. The resource wars, uranium, rare earths, and new frontiers. Uranium isn't the only resource AI demands. Training and running AI also requires massive amounts of rare earth metals like cobalt, lithium, and neodymium, critical for powering server farms and cooling supercomputers. Where are these minerals found? Often in unstable regions such as Congo, Afghanistan, South America's lithium triangle. The ones used to dig out these minerals, depleting the earth of what it needs, are children. Forced child labor runs AI, and competition for the resources needed isn't peaceful. In 2023, Congo saw a surge in militia activity around cobalt mines. In Afghanistan, after U.S. withdrawal, reports surfaced about Chinese interests moving in to claim mining rights. These aren't isolated conflicts. They're resource wars, slow, silent, and largely invisible to the Western consumer. The dream of AI, endless productivity, instant answers, is built on a very real, very brutal foundation. Some pay with money, others pay with land, or water, or blood. And if history teaches us anything, it's that new empires are always built on what others dig out of the ground. Those who work the mines are not given proper equipment to do so, but dig in the mud with their bare hands. They aren't given medical care. The children who work to dig out uranium and lithium so you can play on your phone are exposed to high levels of radiation. This leads to lung disease, cancers, kidney failure, and radiation-induced birth defects, and the loss of their lifespan. Many children die in their 20s or 30s from treatable conditions that go ignored. In Niger, studies have found groundwater contamination and radioactive dust in communities near French-owned uranium mines. Locals report unexplained illness, birth deformities, and high infant mortality. In the DRC, tens of thousands of children work in cobalt and lithium-related mines. They're exposed to toxic dust, risk of mine collapse, and severe physical exhaustion. A 2019 Amnesty International report documented children as young as 6 years old working in tunnels with no protective gear. Long-term outcomes include organ damage, lung disease, spinal deformities, and death by early adulthood if the child survives long enough. But of course, few formal studies have been released publicly. Studies produce data. There's a lot of data that is ignored and not produced on purpose regarding technology. I'm Micah Sai, and this is the Singularity Hub. Subscribe.